Hello everyone. So in this lecture I will cover dynamic unpivot. So this is very similar to pivot, but here uh, we can it in some different situation. Like it can be used in situation where number of column could be potentially changed. Like input column, number of input column can be changed. So we have seen we have the four origin country in a column. So just assume if number of column gets changed, so what will happen in the output, in normal unpivot we have given a 4 value, but in dynamic unpivot when number of column get automatically changed, then automatically it will take the change value of that column. So let me show you the example. Theoretically maybe it can be difficult, but let's see with the example. uh, Instead of pivot, just take a dynamic unpivot. Sorry, instead of unpivot, take a dynamic unpivot. Okay, I have taken this. Now select column, which column will not be pivoted. So here we have to select which column will not be pivoted. Ordered it. We don't want to pivot. Okay. Name the column that will hold the pivoted column name. Hold on. Name the column that will hold the pivoted column names. So here need to give the name. 1 minute. Order date, and this so only order date should not be pivot, and other like other four should be pivot. Origin. So name the column that will hold the pivoted column name. Pivoted column means origin. Like we have now four column, so that have to pivot and convert into rows. So that will be origin. And which column is going to hold the value? The like item count. That's it. So here we have not described like pivot. I mean like what a product. Sorry, origin of 4 value. So here it will take automatically. So here we need to describe only which one will not be pivoted. That's it. Apart from this, all the column will be pivoted. Okay. So first let me run this, then I will in the next run I will show you how it is different from normal unpivot. Yes. So this is now we get the same value as we get in normal unpivot. Okay. Now I am going to see that show you the difference. So here we have the select input. Okay. So sorry, here we have this input. So this is the just thing, this is not pivot, this is the data source or input data source for this. Instead of pivot, like this is just name, we can get this data source directly from the data set, like sample in the simple retail data, whatever we have in the pivot, that we can have here also. So just assume if automatically added something here, like anything, India. Okay, India. So here we are adding manually, but just assume the data source is not in our control, it is coming from somewhere, and this pivot is in a data source. So here it is transformation, but we are treating as a data source. So just example, instead of making a transformation, it is coming from somewhere else, and from somewhere else uh, they can add multiple columns. We don't know how much column and what are the columns they are going to add. So what will happen, this dynamic unpivot will automatically pick that column for pivot. We don't need to describe what are the column it is going to pick as a pivot, pick for pivot. So just we need to describe what are the column which what are the column that we don't have to make pivot. That's it. So I think the India value should not be there because we don't have the origin as a India. Yes, we didn't get any of the value India because we don't have or no, we have the origin where data is missing India. India, we can see India. So we had have added one more column, that is India. So this is how pivot and unpivot.